What's up, guys? This video is gonna be really ranty, and it's gonna be about me. It's not gonna be about the game. So if you don't really care about that, then don't really, I don't really engage in it. But here's the biggest thing that I'm gonna say right now. The biggest thing I want to talk about is 1.1, and I'm just probably not gonna be making any more content on the game. A lot of my content, right, basically came from the fact that I was talking to people, and this game had no one playing it. Really, it still really doesn't. It has no one making content on it, and so I was just like, oh, let me just put the stuff that I was when people were talking to my stream, people were asking me questions, people were trying to figure stuff out. Right, let me just put that information out to the people, just because it'd be a nice thing to do. So that's why I kind of made content on this game. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just like, it was cool when we first played the game, and like, I guess no one figured out anything. The game kind of felt fresh, so a lot of it was really cool. It was just cool finding stuff out and not having some random, like, I don't know, some random guy that knew everything in the game be that person. There still are people like that, but a lot of it was like the discovery and just having someone know stuff, and someone else knows something, and then you find someone else knows something, and then all this stuff. It was super cool. It's a lot of random misinformation on stuff, but it was super cool. And so that was like the main thing that kind of like, kept me playing the game after a certain point. And it was just like, hey, let me just mess around with stuff and test it because it was fun. And I would just have people in my chat doing this. If I was a normal person, I probably wouldn't do it. Because in my opinion, there are two ways to play this game. You stream the game, and then you have like fun with the people in the chat. Alright, that's what kept me playing the game, I'm not gonna lie. Or the next thing is that right, because like the lore and all that stuff too, like even stuff like that was super cool talking to people about. But yeah, you have or you play the game is AFK, it's on your second part of your screen, and when it's on the second part of your screen, you're just not even thinking about it, and you're just doing it just for the point to get stuff. But the rewards are kind of worthless, and we'll get over this more. But
take me on the next mission.
It's on build and build diversity and all this stuff, and how the current state of the game is. It doesn't make any sense to farm stuff, in my opinion, like the gold, and it sucks. You're doing it because you care about the game, but the game itself doesn't care about you. The game doesn't yield well to gameplay. And so before I even talk about this game, I'm gonna talk about like what I've been playing in the meantime. I don't like last week I got I just was like, yo, let me play Arc Raiders. It looks kind of fun. I saw this peanut guy, and the peanut guy was super cool. And I was like, hey, let me see this. Oh, it is such a fun game. It is such a fun game. So, for me, that was like super duper cool. It's like a fun game. It's super fun. And this is one thing I want to talk about. Arc Raiders and this game feel like they're both in the same point for me, except Arc Raiders is a paid experience and stuff, but it's like $40. But this game and Arc Raiders, and I had way more hope for this game than Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders, I was like this. I've played a whole bunch of shooters, right? In my history, in my past. I've played a whole bunch of shooters. All I fucking did is shooters. If someone wanted to know something about shooting, I could probably tell you about shooting in video games, right? And so for me, it was like, ah, it's nice, but playing competitive games kind of brings in the worst of me. And in an extraction based shooter, I'll probably get salty and stuff, and it's not really that great. But no, the game is genuinely so fun. There's so many experiences in it that you can have, and yeah. And to go back to the beginning, it was like the thing that made this game fun for me wasn't even the game, it was the people. The core gameplay, like there is that little bit of dopamine that you get from like, hey, I got a plus 10 gold demon wedge finally. But it's like, bro, I put in time for a game the devs said is supposed to be casual, man. The devs said the game is supposed to be casual friendly, bro. It is not. I don't care, man. It is not. It's casual friendly in the fact that nothing requires you to get a gold demon wedge. But it's like, okay, so then you get nothing for content, and it's like for like exciting content to farm for. You get these events, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of party-based style events. I skip the cannon game mode in the thing, and we have an event with the cannon game mode, and I skip the cannon game mode in the maze when I'm doing the maze. Well, when I was farming for the maze, I don't really even care about farming for the constant weapon wedges anymore. I was like, oh, let me do it so I don't have to worry about it, and for 5 months I'll get them all. I don't even care anymore. I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's a sad part of the game when someone doesn't even care to farm your game anymore. It's sad. So like the grind isn't rewarding. It doesn't feel great. I kind of want to shoulder swap in this game because I'm so used to arcade. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. So I'm just gonna do the weeklies and stuff and just kind of keep up to kind of keep my account like, in case I want to do something, but even then, I don't know. I'll probably just still follow some creators, because there are a lot of good creators in this game. And so, it doesn't hurt to see me leave type shit, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt to see me leave. So, yeah, that's a big part of it. The next thing is that, right, I don't know how in depth I went to. I'm just ranting. So, Arc Raiders is a buggy game. It is a buggy game. It is so buggy. But it's fun. The game is actually fun. And even though the game is trash, all the skills in the game suck and they're kind of pointless. And I'm over here resetting my progress for a skill. The game is fun. Okay? And I think it's really funny because it's like, hey, I came from a game where the devs are pointless and they're doing stuff that I don't like, and in that game, the devs are pointless and doing stuff that I don't like. It's funny, but they're on break, so I don't really mind. These devs aren't on break until fucking New Year's, so I don't care. Fuck you. so yeah, it's funny, but the game is fun, and regardless of it. That game will be fun regardless. This game will not be fun regardless. It's because all the fun is in you're getting character. You're trying to build a character, but the game wants you to build characters in one way, and so it doesn't give you character diversity, which is a topic I'm gonna talk about later. But yeah, that's one thing. And so, yeah, the main thing is like in Arc Raiders, there's a skill tree. But the problem with the skill tree is 80% of the skill tree doesn't matter in Arc Raiders, so it sucks. And I think it's kind of funny because when I think about Arc Raiders, it's like I'm enjoying the game so much that I don't care to go into nuance and numbers and learn everything. I don't. I generally don't. Right? And as a person that plays shooting games a lot and like gets really greasy, I love to know freaking the milliseconds on what gun has fastest TTK, what gun does best damage in this range and in this situation, and all that. I don't really care about that in that game. I'm having fun, so it's super nice. It's Arc Raiders Glaze. That's what this is. But the main thing I wanted to get across is that the devs in that game, they made an update, and the update didn't address the biggest problem in the game, which it's only a problem for high-end people, for people in the end game, not for low-end people, but for people, I mean, even if you're mid-tier, for anyone that does PvP, it's a problem, right? And it's something called a trigger grenade, which is basically like a C4, like if you think about it from Call of Duty. You throw it, and you can detonate it. And it's so broken, it does so much damage, and it's like, it's funny. And it's like every single game you have remote detonating explosives that you can throw directly on a player. They're fucking broken, cringe, and evil. So, if you care to do PvP in that game, you need to bring at least 3. And even the best players, right, in that game has a larger community, and it has a lot more players, not more vocal players. Even them, they're saying that, hey, these things are so broken, it's insane. And it's like, yeah, well, it's broken and you have to use it at that point. And they made an update and they didn't do anything. And, like, the biggest thing for that game is, like, the best way they can do it is just like the way every single game does, where it's like, yes, you throw it and it has to touch the ground, and after it touches the ground, it takes a second. But that's like something for code. It's not like a numbers change. They could do a bandage patch where they just do the numbers change, and they could be like, hey, we're gonna like a good dev, in my opinion, in that game, right, would be like, hey, what we're gonna do, we understand a lot of you people don't like this. What we're gonna do a numbers change, but that game is also on console, so it's different. We're gonna do a number change. And as we do this number change, we're going to do this for you guys. And this number change will be a band-aid. We'll change the damage to half. And it'll still be broken, but it'll only do half damage. So I hope that helps you guys. So that would be it. And then it's like, hey, we'll fix the C4 to make it like better, and the best way to do it is the way every single game does it, which is just to make it like, hey, you can throw it and it'll still be good, but it just will have an arm time. So
such a pity it ended so quickly.
Yeah, that's the way they could fix that in that game. You'll win, but like I said, I don't really care because the game is fun, so it doesn't matter. And the game has a direction. When the devs released the patch notes, right, they released a direction, and I don't entirely agree with the direction of some of the changes in that game, but I don't care because the game is fun, and that's the thing about it. And what I like is I like devs that have an idea of for something, and they stick to it. Okay, so in that game, there's a gun called the Rattler, and the gun called the Rattler, you shoot it, right? After you shoot it, it reloads 1 bullet at a time, or 2 bullets at a time as a rifle. It's a 2-burst rifle. And it sucks for a PvP game because it doesn't kill everyone. And like, hey, our design for this gun is that you shoot and then you reload. And then you do that. And then, you know, you're supposed to play cover. It's, in my opinion, it's really stupid because it just means they don't understand how the what is it, gunfights in the game work. But it's like, it's whatever because they're guns that work and I don't really care. It's one less gun to worry about. But yeah, for me personally, if I wanted to complain about that, I would. But I trust them and they'll figure it out. It is what it is. And like I said, the game itself is so fun. I don't care. So for that game, that's a problem. But it's an interesting problem. And so I'm talking about this, and this is all gonna come back to Do It Night Abyss because the devs, right, they have problems in this game, and the problems in this game are structural in nature. They're not gameplay oriented things. They're structural bugs, structural problems with the game that just make the game feel horrible. It's not like, oh, this is buggy, oh, rhythm defeats everything in the game, rhythm's broken, oh, what's the point of playing Lisbel and Maze? It's like, you can't play half the characters in Maze max level 80 because it is like near impossible. I'm not gonna lie, it is like near impossible because you just don't get the things. Like 80% of characters don't get the stuff. You can't go the range weapon tree on people that aren't range weapon, Consonant's range weapons, so it doesn't matter. Like, there's so many problems in this game that you can't even, like, every time you think about something in this game, you think about problems. But when you think about problems in, like, a game like Arc Raiders, which I'd say released in, like, 0.9 state, just like this game, but at least it's a good 0.9, you know what I'm saying? It's a good 0.9. This game didn't release in a 0.9. They're two different game types, two different things. So, yeah. The way the devs communicate, they communicate in active devlogs, okay? They give you one page, one thing you gotta read. And it's super nice. Because guess what? I go over here, I have to go over here and go through each one. Every day there's something new. Like, you're drip feeding me patch notes. That is cringe. That is genuinely cringe that you're drip feeding patch notes. I don't care about this stuff. It's whatever. But every day, like, this is absolutely disgusting. I do not care. I do not care. I do not engage with it. It's like you're just drip feeding us patch notes. Oh, right? And then it's like, where is it? It's like, oh yeah, here's this, here's the new update, here's the new update. Oh, here's a new dragon update. Oh, here's this. Here's the weapon. Like, here's... you could have just put this in one page, in one thing. So we don't have to scroll through all of this and go through each one. Click. It's all engagement bait, and it's stupid, and it's cringe. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I literally hate it. I literally dislike it. It's so bad. It is like the worst thing ever.
Drive them out of the designated zone.
And now for content, I don't really care. But for information, like in the game, like stuff like... don't give people information in 20 different things. It's just generally annoying. So, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, and so like this game, right? That game has problems, but you can list out the problems in Arc Raiders on your hand. And all of the problems, they're problems, but they're not even like horrible problems. They're not like, oh, this whole set of guns doesn't work because of this. Oh, the weapon balance on these, like, yeah, the game has like 8 guns that aren't useful at all. But it's like, okay, this game has every single weapon in the game except 3 weapons that don't work. Like, what? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So, I like, we'll know the game, like, both of these games will get these fixed. But the reality of it is, in that game, it's enjoyable. And now, don't get me wrong, even this game, right? This game came out with skins. That game came out with skins. It came out with a lot of skins, and they're updating the skins. And the game has, like, an American skin model, so I like it more. But that is what it is. And the thing with this is, like, Arc Raiders is going to come in the same problem with this game. But this game's going to have that problem later. Where we have skins like the Psyche skin, right? That Psyche skin is complete buns. It's ass meat. But the Fushu skin is really good, right? I don't know when the Arc Raiders is going to get past, like, the skins. Like, it's like every game does this for some reason. I don't know why. Where, like, every single game, basically the first month of skins is just basically chromas and, like, dog shit piss water. And then after that, it's just, like, it's decent shit. It's like, yo, why can't we release half-decent skins from the start? I don't get it. Maybe they just don't want to invest time. I don't really know, but it's like... I don't know why we just don't put skins of particle effects and shit in games in the first place. Like, it's weird how we release these games and we just don't do that. For Arcade, it's a little bit more different. It's grounded. I'm pretty sure as the game gets crazier, it'll be different. Kind of like Dead by Daylight, I always say. Like, Dead by Daylight is now getting into the point after, like, what, like 10 years where it's like, hey, we're finally going to put in, like, cosmetics and do weird stuff and look weird and do things. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I understand from a philosophy perspective. It's like, hey, let's keep it grounded at the beginning, and then later on, we could start working on some stuff. But it's always such a weird thing for me, where it's like, hey, we can't just make cool skins off the rip. I don't know. We have to make skins that are like basically like chromas for stuff. But at least Arc Raiders released with at least like 20 different skins. Okay, this game released like with like 1. Okay. And then literally on the patch, they put in a new skin. Dude, like, so, yeah, and these are 2 different games. This game's a mobile game, so this game's gonna come into mobile game problems that I'm gonna talk about, but it is what it is. So yeah, my general thing about the Arc Raiders part of this is that Arc Raiders is fun. This game isn't. You're grinding for something, and the point of this game is that you grind, and you grind to build up your character, because building up your character is supposed to be the fulfilling part of it. But they don't want you to build the characters because every single thing in this game is limited. And it's like, you don't have any build diversity. So like I said before, the fun part was testing stuff with my community and doing stuff. You can't test anything because every character has stupid Covenanters that suck, and like wedges that would be good in theory are just like element restricted. And it's like, bro, we're doing this element restriction stuff. So yeah. But before I get to all of that stuff, I want to talk about the devs. They're very community knowledgeable, right? They look and they read everything, okay? They do. So, I'll say this, right? I'll say this. Okay. It's really good. They're community knowledgeable. They care about the community. They care about all this stuff. And they obviously are reading it. I just don't know if it's like, and it's like, it's in one ear, out the other. I don't know. it's logistical. I don't know. But the biggest thing is, when I made that video yesterday, and it was like going over CJ's video, and I'm like, wait a minute. These people are commenting the same exact stuff that I am. So there's no way that I'm crazy myself. No, it's just weird. And it's like, the thing is, the devs released this update, and then they said, hey, by the way, like, things takes time. We do this. Things take time, but you don't say dick about shit. About anything. You don't address shit. You don't address, hey, we understand there are problems with this shit. Let's fucking talk about it. They don't fucking do that shit at all. They don't talk about shit. They just say, hey guys, we're gonna do this. Hey guys, like, jingle jingle, like, fuck, here's a new skin. Here's a skin. Here's this, bro. Like, no, I'm not getting that skin. I don't care. I'm not getting that skin. I'm not getting the battle pass. I'll play the game, but shit, I'm not fucking getting shit in the future. I don't really care. Fuck it. This game has a really simple model where you really don't have to spend money in this game, and so, I mean, that's nice. So, I mean, I hope that helps them in the future.
The next round seems to be a territory
I hope enough people want to buy the Fushu skin and play Fushu, and then when they play her, you know, I hope she's fun for them. I hope she actually does content well, and it doesn't mean that, hey, we have to go back to rhythm, you know? Because that would suck. Because, hey, you can't build weapons, so I hope she does enough skill damage to do stuff. Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. Because I hope she's not another Fina situation where it's like, hey, Fina's cool, but I don't want to play her. I hope she's not like a Lisbel where it's like, hey, Lisbel's cool, but I don't want to play her. Oh, she's a support, so I hope she's not too supportish, you know. I don't know. I haven't played her. Yeah. So the devs, they're knowledgeable in the community, but I just don't think they're listening, or they're not responding to us. And so, like I said before, Arc Raiders, when they released the patch notes, they said, yes, this is our intended design for the gun. The gun is supposed to suck dick. This is how you're supposed to use the gun. And they did that. And that's the thing. When the devs are like, when people are like, this gun sucks, and the devs are like, yeah, we know, but our intended design is that this gun is supposed to be used for this. Bro, I don't give a fuck what you do. If the devs say that shit, that's impressive as fuck. I don't care. Because at least we know what's going on in your mind, and we know you're fucking retarded, and you haven't played a shooting game in your life. I know. And you haven't had combat in the game to a point where it's like meaningful. But it is what it is. At least we know what's going on in your head. And so at that point, it's like, hey, I mean, that's cool. I respect your opinion. I respect it. So for them, I don't mind that. And so that's the thing about communication. Even though I feel like this game is giving us updates and stuff, and the devs, we know the devs are like, they're actively fucking monitoring shit, right? But that's what it is. It feels like it's monitoring. It's not like community. It's monitoring. They're monitoring shit, you know? They're like that creepy uncle that sits in the park. The next thing, the devs mindset on the game. Dude. The devs mindset on this game is it's literally why I'm not gonna like actively try to care or do anything about this game, or like fucking I'm 99% sure, like one of my a streamer that I am that like I've kind of become fond of in the Night Abyss community, right? We kind of have back and forth and stuff. Render, I like his mindset on the game. He's like, yes, this game probably isn't gonna die because the first Descendant, Warframe, those games haven't died. So, and obviously these devs don't really care that much about money to an extent. They're not greedy with money, so they're not trying to 4x their investors' investment and pay it off in a second. So it's cool. I mean, maybe. So I mean, if this game is like any other game, like those categories, maybe this game will become something decent. But I don't know how you make a game that's like in this formula, this Warframe style formula, and then you don't put in Omniforma and all that type of shit, or you don't put in like fucking the ability to put in more polarities, because we're gonna add new wedges like that 33 wedge. and you can't reverse the polarity. So once you put that wedge in, it's like you're gonna have to put in thing, but it doesn't matter because the game doesn't have any fucking build diversity. Well, we'll get over that. You see how it keeps coming up, but it doesn't. So let me check my notes real quick. The Typhon change. Okay. So with the devs' idea in the game, it's like the devs say, "Hey guys, stuff takes time to implement and all this stuff." In my opinion, no, this doesn't take time to implement. The Typhon change that people wanted was literally like, I personally want them to remove the elements for it. I don't care. The restriction for it is that it's an ore mod. I don't really care. Right? It's like the same thing about like the fucking phoenixes. You can only have one phoenix on your character, right? You can only have one phoenix on your character, and because you can only have one phoenix on your character, right, you can't build multiple phoenixes. So, like Typhons, you can't put on multiple Typhons and get effects. So for me, that's like the restriction for them. So it doesn't make any sense for them to have an element, and that's how they're bloated. And then it doesn't make sense that this game mode is like restricted. It doesn't at all. At least it's not restricted in terms of like getting like the base rewards, but for what it is, it sucks. So then it's like, okay, we have this game mode, it's restricted and all of this. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go in, we're gonna create a model for an item, and then we're gonna add the model for the item into the game, and then we're gonna put that in as a reward for it. Tell me how in the world that is easier than just removing that 3 out of 3 at the bottom. There's no way that's easier. Then, even if it is, you could delete this whole ass fucking expedition from the game and then add in a new fucking thing. Add in a new Noctoyager or whatever the fuck. There's no way. I do not care who you are. There's no way that's harder. And if that is harder, you have a problem with your game fundamentally. Like, because there is no way it is harder to do that.
The chest is open. Yay!
Okay. There's no way it's harder. So for me, it's like this game, instead of like making the better change, they're gonna make some weird ass roundabout muck ass fuck change that's gonna suck dick. That's really what they're gonna do. And for me, for a game like this that's supposed to be like, I kind of wanted this game to be my mobile game, and the game doesn't fucking work on mobile. It's gonna fix next patch. They didn't address the real problem for me that I have with mobile, and that's, I've never had this problem in any other mobile game. I've played a fuckload of mobile games, by the way. I've played a fuckload of mobile games. But this game has this problem where you go around, and when you press your jump button, it accidentally swings. I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max. How is that a problem in the game? So I can't even play the game on mobile. And hopefully, standing by for your orders. That thing they says fixes that, because literally mobile's unplayable for me because of that. I literally can't move. Hey, we'll be able to add a helix jump button. But we add a helix jump button. Who cares if we add a helix jump button and then my character starts randomly swinging like this when I press my helix jump? Like, it's crazy. Or I'm spamming jump to double jump, and then the character, right? And then the character double jumps, does this, and then throws me into abyss. That has happened before. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, but it's like, okay, it's funny the first time, and then it's like, okay, now I can't even run bounties on my phone, which I wanted to, but so that wasn't addressed at all in the thing. So I hope that's fixed on the mobile end, so at least I could play this game like during my lunch breaks and stuff. What else is there? Okay, the Typhon change. Yeah, that's literally what it says, and it's like, okay, every single problem in the game is going to be changed. The Typhon change, the fact that the demon wedges, hey, instead of removing the bloat from the demon wedge, what we're going to do, we're going to add an event that adds a new commission. So obviously they can add fucking new commissions. We're going to add an event that adds a new commission, and this new commission is going to have, who knows what demon wedges it's going to have. Who knows it's going to have the blue ones, because most people care about is getting penetration, because you have to do like 80 runs to get like one fucking penetration. It sucks. So their mindset is, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make us get new demon wedges. I don't know, man. At least they added quality of life in like the new event items or whatever that they're gonna add that can give you smelts and stuff. But those are probably gonna be event items or like $20 items or something. So nice, nice change, I guess. Like I said, it's Band-Aid. I don't really like the whole Band-Aid change idea. I don't. I'd rather if they want to get away from their predatory ass gacha model, that they get away from these predatory ass fucking ideas. So for me, I don't really like that. If I want to play a mobile game, I'll play Arknights in January. You may be honest. That's my mindset. I haven't been playing any mobile games recently, but I do want to play something, and I think Arknights will probably hit that itch for me for a character builder, because obviously they don't want you to build characters in this game. So we're gonna get to that point. The build diversity in this game is going into a linear path. That shit fucking sucks dick meat. I don't care what anyone says. This right here shows me exactly how this game is going in. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is going in this path where it's like, hey, we're adding, they literally, so many people are like, wait till the new demon wedges, wait till the new demon wedge, wait till the new demon wedges. And these are the demon wedges we got. They're cool in concept, but once you realize something, it's terrible. And so this is the thing, okay? One, they're only for Animo. So if you do not play Psyche, I play Rhythm, I play Lyn. I do not like Psyche's gameplay. I like her like idea and stuff, but I do not like her for playing the actual game, because she's like the worst feeling character to play the game for. You fly around, you do stuff, and it's like you actually have to play the game in a game that wants you to AFK to do so. I don't know. It sucks. So right here, this one is it'd be better for the attack speed, but it's charged attack, you know. That's cool. But this basically makes it like the polearm attack, right? And it's like, okay, this shit sucks dick anyway. Who cares? Who cares? This wedge sucks dick anyway. No one's gonna use it. No one's gonna use this wedge. The only wedge that people use for weapons is piercing ascent and the fucking the slam down and the fucking katana. Right? And the attack speed one for swords is really good as well. Those are the only wedge people care about. Everything else is like dog shit and stupid and bad. So I don't know. It's so horrible. Oh yeah. So now we get into this. We finally got new center wedges, and they increased the cap. And it's like, oh my god, that is so cool. Until you realize it's just for Animo. But now we know what cap it gives, which is nice. But we know now it's for Animo. That sucks. So you're telling me next patch, I am doing nothing the whole patch? Or maybe this is just nothing for the first half of the patch. So for a month, nothing. Nice. Nice. Like, I don't know why they're restricting this. And so here's the thing. This goes into build diversity. And I've talked about this before, how we can see this in the battle pass. We can see this in the battle pass, Gmons. Okay, how they want the characters to be built, how they want animal characters to be resolve based characters and all this stuff. That sucks. I don't care. It sucks for build diversity, build all that stuff. How we're limiting this to elements, and then it's going to limit their character design in the future. And so that sucks as well. So now we know every animal character is going to be a resolve based unit, and it's like, oh, cool. Every Lumino character is going to be an additional damage based unit, stuff like that. Now we know, and it's like, why the fuck do Lumino characters have resolve when they're fucking Covenanters? I don't know, but it's like, this sucks for build diversity. The big thing I cared about when I was playing this game was the process to building stuff, figuring out stuff, and trying to make builds work. But now that we know the game kind of wants to go in this Papega linear build design, I don't care for it. I don't. And it sucks. It really does. Personally, I've said this like a million times, right? I don't like this. And personally, I don't like the restriction on a lot of the element stuff in this game. On everything that's element related, I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't like. I think everything element related in this game sucks as an element related item. It does. And then what is it? Yeah, everything in this game sucks as a as an event. So
Rhythm Fisher reporting in. Standing by for your orders.
I don't know.
So, this commission is about taking out
Like,
the enemies in this area.
I
Easy peasy,
I hope they
time
fix it.
for sleeves.
But for now, it's like, hey, we're gonna make our game so that it's one-dimensional. You gotta build your characters and then do this, and it's just like, it's a slap in the face for people that actually care about your game. So, for me, it's not a great sign for the future. What's coming to this game? All of these wedges, you know, being limited sucks. Because now people literally have nothing to play with if they don't play this character. And so if you want this wedge, it's like, if I don't play Psyche, there's not even a point for me to farm this wedge. Well, it's an animo wedge, but currently, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I can farm it later.
Easy, time to roll up our sleeves.
So, I don't play Psyche, I don't play Truffle, I don't play Outsider. Why would you play any of those characters? They're combat AI, like... So, it's really disappointing. Yeah. And, I mean, that's everything that I'm gonna talk about. I had one more thing, but it's just not appropriate for me to talk about, I guess. So,
You'll win and I'll
yeah,
stay occupied.
I mean, that's my rant, that's my talk. That's all of this stuff. It is what it is. It's why I
Rhythm
personally
Fisher
won't.
reporting in.
I'll probably
Standing by
just
for your orders.
put up Arc Raiders clips or something.
This commission is about taking out the enemies in
I'll
this
figure out what I
area.
want to do. Maybe I'll just put up shorts of Arc Raiders or something and just chill, because I enjoy that game. There's so many fun moments I have that I wanna experience with y'all and stuff. But you know, I understand if you don't want to fucking watch that shit. So that's just a PSA. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye.